Hello, 702 folks. It is week 5, and it was good to see everyone in Charlotte and then on campus last week. Welcome back to Jill. I think I speak for everyone when I say that we are keeping you and your daughter, your whole family, in our thoughts and prayers. And in fact, contact me if you'd like to be added to the prayer wheel at Gardner Webb. So, welcome back, and here we go again. It's week 5. We're about a third of the way through the semester, and it's time to be really cranking up on your CNAB and PE. There are readings to do this week, but if you haven't made an appointment or gathered your team that you want to analyze the data for the CNAB and decided what is going to be the boundary, the parameter for your CNAB, what the district is going to be, then it's time to decide that and giddy up on the CNA. Okay, so there are a couple of readings, Fitzpatrick and Drago Severson. In the Fitzpatrick stuff, I'd asked you to skim chapters 6, 7, and 8, I think, and now it's 8, 9, and 10. Between last week's dialogue that we kind of did in class and this week, you should be starting to write your PE, and I'll say more about that in just a minute. But make sure that you have at least a passing familiarity with the information in Fitzpatrick 8, 9, and 10, and that's going to inform the opening paragraphs of your PE. Okay, and then in Drago Severson, read chapter 3 this week. That's teaming. Keep a handle on the big picture as you read. Please do read Drago Severson. Get a handle on the big picture of this model of leading adult learning before we dive in deeper to the individual topics and explore teaming together with Beth in a couple of weeks. So the calendar is that you are to read chapters 8 and 10 in Fitzpatrick, chapter 3 in Drago Severson this week. Again, there was a dialogue that I skipped last week, but that was asking you to name and describe the program that you're choosing for your PE, for your program evaluation. And then this week's dialogue, so in this week's dialogue, name the program. I'm thinking of doing X program. A paragraph at most telling about the program. Is it an elementary after-school tutorial program? Is it a reading remediation? What is it? Describe it briefly. And then in the approaches, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, actually, what approach do you think that you're going to be using for your program evaluation? Again, I think many of you may be taking an objectives-based approach, but as you skim those different approaches, what do you think you'll be doing with your PE? Now, when you look at the rubric for the program evaluation, A, PEA, a whole lot of it is just naming the program, describing the program, why you're considering it, and why you're taking that particular approach to evaluating that program. So in these couple of dialogues, you're starting your PE. So giddy up on that as well. And you'll see that the PEA and CNAB are coming up for a peer assessment at our at our March 5th meeting, March 5th. So if you swap over here to the course calendars and take a look at the assignment calendars, you'll see that PEA and CNAB are coming up for a peer review in week 8. They won't be due, the final formative drafts are not going to be due for another couple of weeks, but in about 3 weeks, make sure that you have something that you're ready to share with others. So back to week 5, there's one other dialogue on leading adult learning about teaming. Give us a little bit of a reflection and thoughts about teaming. You don't need to respond to others for these two, but you have 2 dialogue posts this week. One designed to get you moving on your PE, another to think a little bit and respond about teaming. So again, this week, giddy up on CNAB and PEA. And write to me if you have any questions. Have a great week.